Hello everyone, welcome to Tuesday's Training Tips with Tuff. I am your host, Kristi May, founder and CEO of Legend Acres and Legends Heroes, and I'm excited to have you join us for this special event. Today we're going to dive into an important topic of preparing your home for a new dog and setting the stage for success. Whether you're considering adopting a new furry friend or you've already made that decision, this session is packed with valuable tips to ensure a smooth transition for both you and your new companion. So the first thing I want to talk about today is going to be safety measures. The first thing is bringing a new dog into your home means taking some proactive steps to create a safe environment. We'll discuss common household hazards and how to address them and keep your pup out of harm's way. So the first thing that we look for in this is things that your dogs have access to. Especially if you're bringing a new puppy into your home or you're adopting an older dog, we're not sure of the environment that they've lived in or the environments that they've been exposed to, especially a new pup. They're just exploring the world. So they don't understand what a trash can is or what anything else is that's in your house. So the first thing we want to do is secure your cabinet so that they're not able to open them, and also trash cans, because we want to prevent access to harmful substances, because we have a tendency to keep our cleaners and things at a lower level. So making sure that those cabinet doors close and the pups don't have access to get into those cabinets. The other thing is the use of baby gates or pet gates to block off areas that are off limits. If you have an area of your house you don't want your dog to have access to, you will have to use management tools in the beginning to restrict them from those areas until they have learned the rules of the household. The other thing is remove small objects that can be easily swallowed. So those are going to be like your small knickknacks on lower shelves, and maybe you've got some toddlers, little ones in the house. So you want to remove anything little that can be like grabbed and swallowed really quickly. Okay. And so making sure that we are only allowing them access to appropriate items, making sure that their toys and things that you would like them to chew on are within easy reach. All right, next what we want to do is we want to explore the importance of designated space for your new dog. This is very important. Having a dedicated area for eating, sleeping, and playtime helps ensure routines and boundaries, setting the stage for a happy and harmonious home life. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you need to give this dog its own space. We give our children their own space and their own rooms where no one else follows them in, or they have the ability to say, I don't want you in my space. And the same is also true for dogs, and very important. So create a cozy sleeping area with a comfortable bed or crate, and no one follows the puppy into that space. So if your puppy or your dog wants to go into a crate, children don't follow. Allow them to be able to walk away from situations. Create a designated feeding station away from high traffic areas to minimize distractions. You will find that for some dogs, they will need a quiet area to eat just because it is a new environment and they're really unsure of what's going on. So if it's a high traffic area, you may find them not eating quite in the way that we expect them to eat when they first come into our homes. And the other thing is set up a designated play area with toys and interactive games to keep your dog mentally stimulated. I also want to make a note here that there are some toys that are appropriate to be left with a dog when unsupervised. Other toys require supervision. So some of the things that you can leave your dogs with unsupervised, just checking on them regularly, are going to be things like a Kong. And so you can fill that and with some dog food and some high value treats, and I'll pop the link in here at the bottom of how to fill a Kong and use that as an enrichment tool. The other thing that I leave with my dogs when they're unsupervised are going to be real stuffed bones, something that they can't grab into their mouth and swallow. Himalayan chews, as long as they're big. When they start getting down to those little pieces, I pull them from the dogs. Antlers, and in the beginning, be very careful with stuffed animals or anything that has fuzz in it, because we want to make sure that they're not eating that fabric and swallowing it, or pulling that stuffing out of those stuffies and swallowing it, because that can cause some intestinal blockages. So those are just some things that you want to look out for. So making sure that you're creating Spaces for appropriate play, spaces for rest, and spaces for eating are going to be really important in setting up a schedule and routine and expectations for your new pup. Okay. The other thing is, let's talk about introducing your dog to family members. Okay, so what we do not want to do is gather your entire family and all of your first and second, third, and seventh cousins in the living room all at once and introduce a dog into the family. That is going to be very overwhelming. One of the things that you can do is just set your dog up for success is to greet outside. Have your immediate family that lives in the house greet outside, and then slowly introduce the dog over the next few days to the rest of your family members, making sure that you're implementing positive reinforcement techniques and strategies to do so. So outside of the home is going to be a neutral environment when introducing new people and new dogs, and we'll have another session on how to introduce two dogs later this month. So stay tuned for that. But making it a good experience, having people offer a treat. If the dog doesn't want to interact and is overwhelmed and is hiding behind you, don't force interactions. Let them just slowly kind of integrate and getting used to people in the house. So one of the other ways to do this is to get down on the dog's level. So sitting on the floor will allow the dog to come up and actually check your breath. Okay, so dogs check our breath. Okay, there's a reason a lot of dogs put their paws on us. A lot of times it's for reassurance, and they're also trying to check our pheromones. So from our breath, our dogs can detect if we're happy, mad, sad, or glad. So they can detect your emotions here, and this is how dogs classify people as safe or unsafe. So we've talked a lot in other Tuesday's training tips with Tuff that dogs don't live in a world of right and wrong. Dogs live in a world of safe versus unsafe. And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that as we're introducing our dog into their new environment, we want to make sure that we're making all of those things very positive and very safe. So having treats and having people offer treats to your new pup is a great way to create good associations with people into their space, and then also just being down on their level. And so if you watch any of our videos where we're picking out puppies for service dogs and things, we're sitting on the ground. We're sitting on the ground level with those puppies, and we're really interacting with those puppies so that we can get to know those puppies and they can get to know us and they can be comfortable in and around us. And so getting on that level is very important, and allowing them to sniff your breath is also a very important part of that introduction. Okay, so the big thing here is that we want to make this when we do this controlled introduction, is that's what we're doing. It's a controlled introduction. You're not just bringing a new dog home and just turning them loose into your house. We want to set these dogs up for success in integrating into your home. Okay, so with that, if you've got questions about any of these things, please don't hesitate to pop those questions into the comment section, and I will get to those questions as soon as I can. The thing is that we want to make sure that we're creating a welcoming atmosphere for your new addition. From introducing your dog to family members to implementing positive reinforcement techniques, we're going to continue on in the rest of these series to go over strategies to help your furry friend feel right at home from day one. And this is what's going to be important, is creating that positive environment from day one. Introducing your new dog to the family members one at a time in a calm, controlled environment by using treats and praise and positive reinforcement helps build trust and build that trust in people. And then again, it helps them create that positive reinforcement with people and put them in that safe category of their lives. Provide plenty of opportunities for socialization and exercise to help your pup adjust to their new surroundings. And also with that, we do have a puppy socialization class, and we hold that once a month. The next one is going to be 13 April, and that's going to be at Golden Puppies in Whitman, Arizona. And in that class, we're going to let the puppies play off leash so that we can also work on some play socialization. And we're also going to have a short class on socialization and what it means. And then there's going to be a handout that goes with that and the importance of puppy socialization. So be sure to check out that puppy socialization class. And if you don't have access to that in-person class, just go ahead and pop in the comments, and I would be happy to send you that follow-up from that class, which includes that handout, and it just kind of goes over some bullet points of what we talk about in that class. And so if you're nowhere near us in Whitman, Arizona, and you would like that information on puppy socialization, we'd be happy to provide that for you. So go ahead and just pop that into the comments and we'll take care of that for you. Okay, and again, if you've got questions, ask. And if there's a topic on here that we don't hit this month, then let us know and we'd be happy to cover that topic for you. So thank you all so much for tuning in today. I hope you found this session informative and as helpful as you prepare to welcome a new dog into your life. Remember, with a little preparation and a lot of love, you can create the perfect environment for your new furry friend. Until next time, happy dog parenting.